Eat. It's Dr. Gratu Orloff. I believe it's September 24th, 2021. AD. That's my belief. Been up since 1 o'clock in the morning. The dog started barking really loudly and howling. I thought it was daybreak. So, because my phone was dead, so I went out. By the time the phone was recharged enough to tell me the time, I realized it was 1 in the morning. So I've been up since 1. Soon they'll have a live stream from Arizona that tells the results of the thing that shall not be spoken about. CNN and MSNBC are saying, well, the count is exactly the same. I don't think that was the whole point, was to do a recount. It was to see legitimacy. But we'll see how that goes at 1 o'clock Central Time or Arizona time or whatever time. Anyway, you're not here to talk about that. You're here to see comic books or something. Even though I really never intended this to be an exclusively comic book channel, I've always said this is a channel that has to do with all the things your mother threw away. And that could be comic books, which is mostly what I talk about here, or it could be movies that you weren't allowed to see. It could be records, records that you weren't allowed to buy, or bubblegum cards. I'd like to do more about all kinds of just cool rock and roll culture is what I kind of consider it. Anything that the rock and roll, monsters, toys, bubblegum cards, records, comic books. That's really what this channel is intended to be about. But most of the episodes are about comics, so that's the way it's kind of been most of my time now here on YouTube. This is the only thing that's keeping me awake. Dr. Pepper, it has the remains of 23 human beings, cremated human beings in every can of Dr. Pepper. We're also brought to you tonight by Fang. It's a breakfast drink for vampires. You can drink it by the pint, and it comes in type A and type O. Fang. So make sure you get Fang. There's a shortage at the supermarkets right now of Fang. So you need to get out there and make sure you secure lots of bottles of Fang for the apocalypse, which should be upon us any day now. I'm expecting a phone call from Florida to let me know when the apocalypse has begun. But I was just speaking in Martian to our Martian correspondent up in Colorado. They have a Martian base there up on a mountain, and so far no real word, but as we are live today here on YouTube this evening with our by the way, this is episode 463 of the Gratu Orloff Show. So welcome to Gratu After Dark. As the sun sets here in Gratuville, let's look at some comic books, shall we? Oh, the movie projector last Friday, my friend Gerald brought it back. He'd fixed it. I told you the movie projector broke in the theater room here on floor 7 of the historic Gratu Orloff International Building of Trade, and so you need to see the good job. See, it's a theater. Sign's crooked. I can't tell if that's in focus or not. Is that in focus? My eyes are going crazy. Let me see. Let me get a little closer. Maybe I can focus it. Is that in focus? Maybe. I don't remember how to focus it though. It's something to do with this remote. Well, anyway, it's nice to be able to be back in the Gratu movie theater. Actually, this is the Princess movie theater, named after my first pet, Princess, a gorgeous white cat. She got her rabies. You're not supposed to say the word on YouTube, but one of those things for rabies, and she died a day later. But she was older and maybe had some other health issues, but still, not good. I don't know, a cat that never leaves, that's always indoors, I don't know why it would need a rabies thing that we cannot speak about. Yeah, that's a word you're not supposed to say on YouTube, I don't think. Yeah, so these are the advertisements before the main feature here in the drive-in. We're not a drive-in, this is a regular movie theater here. What am I talking about? So I moved a paperback rack, spinner rack over here. So now we can see the Teenagers from Outer Space poster better. Anyway, you came here to see comic books. I'm not showing them to you. I got some records the other day at an estate sale, and I have no idea where I put them. They have to be around here somewhere. Where did I put them, man? Well, when I find them, I'll show them to you. If it's not on today's live stream, it will be on the next one. All right, comic books. All right. Let's see what we have here. What's the next? It's an issue of previews. I wonder what amazing comics are coming out in October or whenever. When is this actually for? I don't know. This is stuff from December, I think. And looks terrible. Oh, what? Okay, they looks like they've got Stray Dogs spin-offs stories called Dog Days. A series of vicious short stories howling straight out of the pages of Stray Dogs, 2021's surprise cartoon horror smash hit. In Dog Days, each stray will get their moment to shine. Questions will be answered, mysteries will be solved, and old wounds will be torn open. Starting this December, every dog has its day. Oh, and they've got like sample pages from it. Well, what else is interesting in the world of comic books? Oh, wow, look, lots of variant covers for Red Sonja. That's pretty exciting. What else? Oh. Well, have they ever done the Pictofiction EC magazine? I've never seen those reprinted. It's a complete set. Does it say $100? Well, that's out of my price range. Oh boy. Oh, then you got to turn it upside down to look at the other stuff. Suicide Squad tiki mugs. Just what you need for your tiki bar. What? Sometimes there'll be some amazing thing that'll pop up in here, but I haven't seen anything yet too amazing. So, shit, what is that? So how are you guys doing? Oh, look at that. There's a King Kong that comes with a biplane. I think they'd already exist. I could have sworn I saw Captain Strangelove show that off. Oh, maybe the apocalypse is starting now. Huh. I don't know. That Catwoman from the Tim Burton movie looks okay. And that looks kind of like a pretty good Superman figure. Oh, it's only $125. And the Catwoman is only $35. Oh my gosh, what a bargain. Huh. Well, fantastic. It's nothing burger, as the Democrats like to say. All right, so let's take a look at comical, funny books. Let's see what I've got here to show you. I'm actually still organizing books. I've got some books I need to, mostly from the Bronze Age, that I need to get filed in this box. Oh, I remember what this box is. Okay, this box has EC comic reprints, and it has some actual comics from the 50s on it that, yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Alright, what's in this box? The funny books. What is this box? That's better. You're all up in my grill. I look better from a distance. Well, I went out and did a video where I walked to a park yesterday, and I didn't get many views on it, so I guess that's not the kind of video you guys want. But I'm still gonna do it. Nobody can stop me. Okay. Put that up there. Hold on one second. Yeah? Yep. 4 o'clock? Okay, possibly. I'm very busy right now. Okay. That was the Martian again. Long boxes are heavy. Okay, those are the Archie comics we're organizing the other day, and these are the Charlton and Gold Key. Amazing. Okay, I see what we got here. What do we got here? Oh, I hate these BCW boxes. They are so badly constructed. This is the worst brand. Look at how I hate this. That is the worst construction. Stupid design. BCW. Horrible. Let's see what we got here. This is, oh, I thought it was all Dennis the Menace. No, it isn't. Okay, so we've got a Daniel Boone Classics Illustrated that needs to be put with the Classics Illustrated. So let's put that over here. Here's a Milton Knight comic. This needs to go with the Undergrounds. So I'll put that there. Oh, a Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. We need to put that with the gold key. I'll put that over here. Here's Classics Illustrated, Frankenstein. Put that with the Classics Illustrated. See, we're getting some organization done this evening. Ooh. Oh, fantastic. A bunch of early Bronze Age Thors that need to be put with the Bronze Age comics, which are out in the other room. Oh, a whole bunch of Thors. Oh, wait. Pulled out of Dennis the Menace. Accidentally. Oh, there's some Tomb of Draculas. Okay. I'm starving, man. But food is not going to happen anytime soon. Okay, what do we got here? Here is Thor number 218. Trying to think of places to put things. Put the Thors over. Thor 231. You know, this, I need to get this up a little closer. Hold on. Okay, now you can see the stuff better. The Bronze Age was a wonderful time. You had Evel Knievel on the back cover, right? I want to oh boy. This book changed my life. The Origins of Marvel Comics. And I got that calendar. I still have that calendar in the other room. I'll make you a master of karate. Oh, what was I going to shoot? Where was it? Oh, yeah. So you can get Spider-Man and the Falcon Mego dolls there. But this little, it says, what do they call him? Kung Fu Fighter. You know, it's just a generic Kung Fu Fighter. It's supposed to be Bruce Lee. Or it could be Shang-Chi if... What was your cup of tea? That was 231. This comic feels extra thick, but there's no Mark Jewelers insert in it. 241. Sometimes Mark Jewelers comics, you can tell they're Mark Jewelers by the, it feels like there's a backing board in the middle of the comic. I just was looking at the other side of the, you know, the side I was looking at previous was this, whatever this Cowboy Bebop is, but the other side, my eyes were struck by this Vampirella. I was noticing the Dracula logo. It looks almost like the logo on Dracula Lives. I guess Dracula's public domain, and there was always a Dracula in the Vampirella comic, who was from her home planet of Draculon, you know. So I guess that's what they're up to. They're bringing in Dracula. They made a really bad movie, I think, on Showtime or HBO of Vampirella, and Roger Daltrey of The Who played Dracula. That is Thor 254. No, 244. Here's 245. See, comics don't look like this anymore. Oh wow, I've got 2 copies of 245. Amazing. Gotta get these bagged and boarded. Man, I think I already have this. Here's 250. Sometimes because I don't have any, because I'm not fully organized, I buy comics more than once sometimes. Here's 256. $4.12. I guess they're introducing the new Warriors, but not the new Warriors that are just. They introduced a new team of the new Warriors that were all social justice warriors. One was called Safe Space and Airhead and Safe Space and Feel Good. I can't remember what the other one was called. They were all. What was the other one called? Tummy Tuck? I can't remember. And then the reaction online was so bad, they just scrapped the comic and never published it. Alright, this is my coffee. Okay, what do we got here? 350th issue.
Here we are at the door. Happy haunting.
Then here's the 450th issue. I guess I check in every 100 issues to see how Thor is doing. Okay. The Hands of Shang-Chi, who they now call Shang-Chi in the movie. Master of Kung Fu. But I'm sorry, if I've been calling him Shang-Chi since the early 70s, it's going to be hard to train me to say Shang-Chi. But who says that that's how it's supposed to be pronounced? I mean, they got his father wrong. His father's supposed to be Fu Manchu. Admit it, son of Fu Manchu. In me you have met your master and your doom. Still haven't seen the movie, but it can't be that cool. What else do we have here? Oh, some more Thor. Here's Thor Annual number 6. I think I already have this, but possibly I now have 2 copies. But I'm gonna have to open up that box in the other room to find out for sure. And you can come along with me. That may not be today though. Here's Thor Annual 7. It's so exciting because it has the Eternals in it, and it's going to be the bestest movie ever, and this comic is going to be worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Except the Eternals won't look anything like the Eternals in this. And it'll be shooting up. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be a great movie. What do I know? I've been wrong before. Not often. What is this shade? Well, here's Thor special. Who dares defy the destroyer? This is special number 2 from 1966. Okay, that needs to go in the Silver Age stuff over there. Tower. Okay, this needs to go with the Tower books, which I just put in a box somewhere. I like this. This is what, seriously, Joe Biden should use this term, or AOC, instead of Build Back Better. The Amazing Get Things Plan. The Amazing Get Things Plan. Get a fascinating zodiac ring. All kinds of cool stuff you can get. Look, you can hypnotize your classmates into not beating you up, or maybe actually considering going out with you, even though you read Fight the Enemy. Oh man, that's shit. Every time this song plays, it's like a copyright claim. Let me go in the other room. God damn it. It's a wonderful song, but now I boxed myself in with these boxes. But a copyright claim just means the video can't ever be monetized. So if I happen to get 700 more subscribers at some point 10 years from now, I won't be able to monetize this video because that song is playing. Can you imagine? Let's see what's going on in the movie theater. It looks like an old Terry Toons cartoon. Oh, where are those records, man? Maybe they're in here somewhere. I don't see him. Don't see him. What was I doing? Chocolate chip. Oh shit. Now here's Beetle Bailey number 29. Oh, the phone's upside down. Terrible. Here's Beetle Bailey number 29 from Dell. So we'll put that over here to be filed. Here's Walt Disney Comics and Stories. It's got a date stamp, January 7th of 1969. What is this? Excuse me. Here's another copy of Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. It's from the Positive Attitudes Incorporated Library. So this must have been in a library for juvenile delinquents or something, trying to give kids a better positive attitude so they can read about how dogs can be escaped criminals that are escaped from prison, the Beagle Boys. They are dogs, aren't they? Yeah, I guess the Beagle Boys are dogs, right? Wait, do the Beagle Boys wear gloves? I just didn't. Wow, the Beagle Boys are weird in that they're the only Disney characters I can think of that don't wear white gloves. And yet, criminals would be the ones you would think would be the ones that wear gloves. Again, it still brings you back to the old Harvey Kurtzman observation that Pluto is a dog and walks on all fours and can't talk, but all these other dogs are running around, escaping from prison on two legs. Goofy's driving around in a car. Okay, so more Dennis the Menace needs to be filed. So we're going to get this. We're building back the comic book collection, creating a new comic book order. The Great Reset of the comic collection. I was just talking to Klaus Schwab over in Germany on the phone. He was telling me about all the plans that he has for all the useless eaters out there, all of you out there in flyover country. Scary things coming. But comic books, as long as you have a comic book collection, Klaus Schwab is going to spare you. He guaranteed me that. Okay. Here's a couple of copies of from Gladstone of Uncle Scrooge. And these were I don't know when they came out, in the 90s probably. They were $1.25. 1989. Put those over there with the Disney stuff. Here's another Uncle Scrooge Adventures. And then we have Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. 15-cent era. Okay, that goes over with the gold key. Copy of the Beagle Boys with, it's a Whitman variant. The Whitman, instead of the gold key sign, means it was sold in a pack of 3 comics. And in the old days, people, because the Overstreet Guide told us back in the 70s and 80s that these were reprints, and they actually aren't. So these actually now have more value because they're known to be, there weren't as many printed with the Whitman imprint. This one has a giant, 16-page fun catalog with stuff you can beg your parents for on Christmas morning or Santa Claus. Because I know a lot of my viewers still believe in Santa Claus, because most of my viewers are in the 54 to 65 range. I'm starting to get a little bit of viewers in the 35 range and a few in their 40s, not as many in their 40s. And I know that in that age range there's still a large population that believes in Santa Claus, because there's a lot of people that believe CNN and MSNBC, so they have to believe in Santa Claus. I mean, if they believe, do they believe JoJo won? Oh, we're not supposed to talk about that, right? Okay, what am I freaking doing? Oh, I see what I can do. Let's pull Okay. I've shown this book now about 3 times in the last few days. I pulled it to show on Graphic Man's show on Wednesday night, and I showed it just because it made me chuckle that it looks like Jughead's been sniffing glue. But now I need to put it back where the Archies where it belongs. And here's some books that I could have shown, I think 2 weeks ago on Graphic Man's show when they did a science fiction special, but these weren't filed in the right place, so therefore I was unable to show them. But these are, it was a science fiction show, and this is a gold key. Oh, it's you get the Star Wars merchandise you could get. But Star Wars meant something then. Look, it's got a Daredevil ad for Hostess fruit pies in a Gold Key comic. UFO and outer space. Huh. This is interesting. I must have gotten 2 copies of this. And the color variants in these comics are sometimes interesting, but there were multiple plants that printed comics in different parts, different regions, and maybe that's how that happened. I don't know. Okay, this EC reprint needs to be pulled, put with the ECs. So that'll go over there. I'm just looking for non-Marvel and DC, so I'm gonna pull them. Okay, what do we have here? Ben Bowie and his Mountain Men. Oh, the next week on Graphic Man's channel, they're doing a Native American Indian special, so he's going to be showing his Scalp Hunter comics, and maybe I can show this one if I remember where I put it. Well, it goes with Adele. I should find that pretty easily. So here's Charlton Billy the Kid, a Gold Key, the Phantom Blot meets Super Goof. The Close Shaves of Pauline Perrell. Probably talking about bikini waxing, right? Here's Destroyer Duck. This was done to benefit Steve Gerber, who's trying to get the rights to Howard the Duck. So a lot of comic creators contributed art and stories for this, including Jack Kirby. Other people that felt like they'd been shafted by Marvel helped out with this. It was put out by Eclipse. This is Destroyer Duck number 1. It's part of Howard the Duck history. And here's number 2. Yeah. So if you were a Howard the Duck fan, you probably need Destroyer Duck, and if you're a Kirby fan too. Just one of those interesting little things. Looks very much like a Marvel comic inside. That was the intention. Okay, speaking of looking like Marvel comics, here's some more of my Atlas comics. Atlas Seaboard that I need to file with the Atlas Seaboard comics. Yeah. Whenever I see that, it looks like Steve Ditko to me, but it's actually Larry Lieber, Stan Lee's brother. The Destructor. I love these Atlas Seaboard comics. Looks a lot like Thundra from Marvel Comics. I made my head darted over that way because I used to have a 7-Eleven cup right there, and I was going to show you, but it's been moved into room 3. It's part of the great reset of moving things around. The ads in these Atlas Seaboard, you know, are all for all the cool things. Aurora superhero model kits, you got your Star Trek model kits, you got your Planet of the Apes model kits, you got your Flintstones model kits, and your Monster model kits. 2-page spread of cool model kits you could order. And yes, the Destructor. It was an exciting time because, yeah, there's the letter page, and it shows other comics out there. Yeah, I thought I was in on the beginning of a big new comic company, but the only lasted a few months. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, a Christmas comic. This I need to put in the Christmas comic box in the other room. It's Ant-Man's Big Christmas. Here's a gold key, Popeye the Sailor. Walt Disney Uncle Scrooge. Here's a 60s, not very good condition, but really cool, Charlton Captain Atom. Here's another copy of UFO and Outer Space. Oh, more Dennis the Menace. I can't remember if this one is my childhood copy or if this one is my childhood copy. Definitely this one. That one's, because I kept my comics in better shape than whatever idiot hell had this comic. He's saying, I'm 5 going on 21. Those are all the birthdays he's had. Starting in 1951, all the way up to 1972, which was the present day. Oh, more. Here's another gold key, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. All right. Here's Hulk 153. I think I have 2 copies of this now. Here's Hulk 154. I think I have 2, maybe 3 copies of that because I keep... This one I'm pretty sure I don't own already. Well, I own it now. But I gotta, like I said, go file these in the other room. Maybe I can do that today. We'll have to see. Here's Hulk 157. Here's Hulk 151. Okay. And this is the one I've been most excited. When I was in 3rd grade, my mom bought me some Marvel t-shirts. third grade. Did I say fifth grade? It was 1973, something like that, 74. And we were at some store, and I remember they had the Submariner. It was a cover. They were all from the 20-cent era, where Submariner's facing off against Doctor Doom. And she bought me that shirt. She bought me, what I'm about to show you, she bought me Captain America shirt. And this one. I think I got 3 of them. But I've never had this comic, and I've always wanted it. It's just a great cover. The magic of Marie Severin. She's just wonderful. Definitely one of my favorite artists. I'm definitely, if she had a fan club, I'd be the president of it. Okay. Thought I saw some other Hulk comics. Where were they? Oh. Sometimes I'll get stuff just to read it. You know, this is from a time period when I wasn't buying the 90s foil cover era. But I just thought, I'll read it. You know, what the hell? $3.93. So let's put that there. And then $3.24. So they both are takeoffs of the cover of Hulk #1. So $3.93, $3.24. Oh, here's Calvin and the Colonel. I was showing this on Graphic Man's channel the other night, just because I thought it was interesting that the main character is reading a girly magazine with a dog with, like, what, pasties or a it's like, how many times have you seen a character reading or smoking a cigar? They don't allow cigars in comics anymore. The Thing and Wolverine used to always be smoking on cigars, just like Clint Eastwood in the spaghetti westerns. You notice James Bond doesn't smoke anymore either. Now the director of the new James Bond movie that's coming out in a couple of weeks came out somewhere and was saying that Sean Connery, as James Bond as depicted by Sean Connery, was a therapist without the THE. That so just take THE off of therapist, and that's what he was calling, So basically, that's an insult to all the fans that love those movies, and it's like, that doesn't make me want to see this new James Bond movie. I've already been told that a new 007 will be a woman. It's like, oh, how fascinating. It's just what we want. Here's the Demon 12. Yeah. Maybe I should put these in alphabetical order. That would be wonderful. Okay. Hulk comes after Demon. Here's this is, to me, I still count this as Silver Age. Until they become these 25-cent 48-page comics, I consider to be the very end of the Silver Age, and I put them with the Silver Age books. And then once it goes to 20 cents, I put those with the Bronze Age. And with Marvel, I consider the Silver Age to end with the corner box gone and the strip across the top is what I consider to be the beginning of the Bronze Age. I picked up some Tomb of Dracula comics that some of them I already have, some of them I think might be upgrades to what I have, but I'll find out for sure when I get them in the other room with my Tomb of Draculas. This one I know I have a childhood copy, 100%, but it's number 16. But I think this might be in a little bit better shape than my childhood copy. Same with this one. I have this one in the other room as well. But if I find them, I get them. This one I don't think I own. I tried to buy it every month, but you know, I was a third, fourth grader, second grader when it first came out, and I might have been in first grade when the first one came out. And, you know, I wasn't always able to get every issue. I wasn't Richie Rich with Cadbury, the butler, shepherding me to go buy all the comic books off the racks. Here's Superboy 196. A hamburger lives for the pleasure it gives. That's great lyrics, man. Okay. Oh, here's more Dracula. Vengeance of the Elder Gods. Giant-sized Dracula. Okay. Here's Tomb of Dracula number 6. Oh, it's Pete. Hello, Pete. How are you doing? You scared me for a second. Tomb of Dracula 6. Vault of Evil. This is reprints from the 50s from Marvel. I think this green dot on the bag means it was from the $2 bin at Duncanville Books. I think. Vigilante. I picked that up. I thought, well, I better get all the Peacemaker comics because they're going to go up in value when Suicide Squad came out, but I think people saw Suicide Squad and loved it, the people that saw it, but I don't think it's driving up the price of Peacemaker comics. I could be wrong. And I don't know, TV shows, a series is going to start in a few months. Here's War is Hell number 11. Kind of, it's not exactly Marvel's Weird War, but the thing that makes it weird is that the Death is like a character that kind of watches over, kind of like the Watcher, you know. So I guess in that sense it's kind of like Weird War in that they get a skull on the cover of every issue, but then later it becomes Sergeant Fury reprints. Okay, Warlock number 3. Warlock number 10. Yeah, I gotta get these because I was trying to figure out what Warlords I have. Here's Warlord, and so I gotta get these all together, and then I need to write down some way which ones I already own. There's Warlord number 113. This you know, he's fighting this god-awful looking griffin, goblin, bird creature, and the girls are just posing in the background like they're posing for Penthouse while he's fighting for his life. Here's Warlord Annual number 4. This is a comic that is very affordable. I don't think people care about it. I can't account for that. But I guess I can't complain. Or I guess I am complaining. I wish cool things were popular, then we'd have a better society. Here's a wrestling comic. I didn't even know these wrestling comics existed, or maybe I just didn't care, but now I find them very amusing. And I just picked up a few weeks ago when they were having a sports-themed episode of Graphic Man's Four Color Fossils show on Wednesday night, and I thought I would get some wrestling comics. I never saw these in my life. Smashing his face into a popcorn machine. That's gotta hurt. Oh, here's Weird War Tales, the favorite comic book of the Ramones. Ramones were always talking about Weird War, especially Johnny Ramone. My late friend Tom was friends with the Ramones. He directed one of their videos. He was mainly friends with Johnny Ramone. But, you know, he had memorabilia, like, Tom would, for a while he had storage units everywhere. He had a collection like Forrest J. Ackerman, but he didn't have a place to put it. So when he came back from LA, he had it in storage units everywhere, and some of it he'd store in my house, and he filled my garage with stuff. At one point, his vintage 1966 Jaguar, I think they're supposed to say Jaguar, whatever. It was just like out of a spy movie. But then for a while, he had all this junk, this old TV. It looks like, you know, something you'd find on the side of the road. But it was apparently that was Joey Ramone's TV. Now, how you'd ever prove that and prove provenance of it, I don't know. But I knew that it was Joey Ramone's television set because, well, he got it from Joey Ramone. Yeah, Johnny Ramone is a big collector of World War II memorabilia, and movie posters and stuff. He shared all those passions with my friend. And ironically, before he left for LA, I'd put on the Ramones, I'd put on the Cramps, and he'd say, get rid of that, put on the Who, put on Jimi Hendrix. He didn't like it. But when he went out there and he made friends with these bands, all of a sudden, then he eventually did realize he needed to broaden his taste, because he grew up making films with Super 8 16mm when he was just a little kid. So he was making movies, and he went out to LA and worked in the movie industry. But growing up, he mainly listened to movie soundtracks more than he did rock and roll, because that was his passion. And so he only knew a few rock and roll bands, and it was the Who, and it was the Rolling Stones, and it was Jimi Hendrix, you know, or nothing. Okay, Weird War 39. Yeah. Here's World War 29. God, I love Christmas music. You know who really loved Christmas music is the wrestler, I think he had several names, but he went by Mankind. What was his name? Mick Foley or something. He was this crazy guy that wore a mask and was kind of overweight. He was actually a very intelligent guy. He wrote children's books. He was a Civil War expert, and he loved Christmas music. He'd listen to it all year long. I wonder if that guy's still around. Weird War 48. It's fascinating. These wrestlers are they're very intelligent people. They're college graduates. It's all a performance, you know. Here's World War 53. That's pretty scary. When they show a dead person staring right at the reader. But hey, it's still got the Comics Code Authority approval. the Creature Commandos. I was going to say they should bring them back, but I think they have. They might have brought them back as part of that New 52 or something, but this was, this copy belonged to Hunter Biden, and he did that to it during one of his cocaine binges. Here's Where Monsters Dwell, number 32. They had like 3 or 4 copies of this at Duncanville Books, so I just picked the one I thought was in the best shape. Here's some modern revival of Where Monsters Dwell. I say modern, but it's probably more than 20 years old, but to me that's like yesterday. I got this. It's probably terrible, but I just thought the cover was interesting, and you know, I don't like to get comics this recent, but I'll read it and I'll give you my verdict. It's Wonder Woman 252. You could be a winner in the second Superman movie contest. There's prices on these late 70s Wonder Woman books is starting to go up. Are starting to go up. Prices are. You know, you got a plural verb, prices, you need a plural verb are. But now people want to, that are a single human being, want to go by a plural pronoun. So someone that is he or she becomes they. So then, whereas it would have been he or she is going to the movies, now you need to use they for them. So they is going to the movies doesn't work. So then you have to change the verb as well. They are going to the movies. And then it's like, well, who? What people? No, just the one person, they. See that person there? That is a them. It's just confusing to me. I don't want to be disrespectful to people that are born with that condition or whatever, but I just can't remember. It's too difficult. I don't know how someone would teach grammar today. It was confusing enough to begin with for a lot of people. There's World's Finest 2:18. Do you see? Zack Snyder, they were friends. They were not enemies. It's ridiculous. During this time period, horror comics were selling so well that even the superhero comics looked like horror comics. That went on for a while. World's Finest was a crazy comic. They're quitting Earth. I don't blame them, man. This one is a freaky cover, 305. I mean, it's really wild. And you know, there's this Captain America cover that Rob Liefeld did, where there's just a face of a girl floating in front of Captain America. And I never read the comic. Does the story explain why there's a floating face and then a floating hand? Because it looks like it was an abandoned illustration element, and then it just got inked into just. You might know the issue I'm talking about. I don't know. And then I got this. I don't know what it is. It's one of the 50 million X-Men comics. It looks like this inside. I just got it because I thought the cover was kind of twisted. I mean, it really is kind of twisted. See, by this point, they didn't even bother with the comics code. It was gone, but look at her knee, man. Her knee is pretty weird looking. But I don't think people are looking at her knees. Weird. I don't know what they're thinking. Here's an index to the 60s X-Men, or maybe it's to the 70s. I don't know what. This is issue 2, 3. Here's an 80-page giant, Young Monsters in Love. I don't know what that's like. Okay, this is a remaindered copy of this. I have a copy of this with the full cover. I might have several copies of it, but you know, this was being basically given away because it didn't. So of course I wanted it. Right over there. Here's another Weird War, number 99. Need to move this camera a bit. I don't know. I probably should do a live. I see all these weird comics, Weird War, weird this. And I was gonna say I should do a weird stream. I should do a live stream because I'm paying for it. It's just live streams don't look as good. Okay. Here's DC Comics Presents number 80. Superman teaming up with the Legion of Superheroes. Oh, I hate these UPC codes. DC Comics Presents. Getting these all alphabetized will help me when I get to the other room. Here's Superman teaming up with Starman. Number 36 versus Mongol the Merciless. Looks like he's a child of the Thing and the Red Skull if they were to have a child together. But they only went out on a few dates. They didn't ever have a child. Here's Superman and the Legion of Superheroes and DC Comics Presents. This is issue 13 and the other one's 80. So 2 times they appeared. Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. So that would go under S. S. Superman, number 12. No, that's not a Golden Age comic. It's because they kept starting it over and over again. I picked this up because, you know, I just thought it'd be cool to see him reunited with Lori Ramirez, his one of his girlfriends. He had 3 main loves in his life: Lori Ramirez, the mermaid, Lois Lane, and Lana Lang. And then Lex Luthor was his main villain, all with double L's, and of course Superman's last name is L, Kal-El. And it's well, it's a thing from the Bible. Jerry Siegel, Joe Shuster were 2 teenagers of the Jewish faith that created Superman, and I'm sure they heard it in the synagogue all the time. Elohim and El is just, so I think they just, I don't know what they're thinking, but they use lots of L's, lots of alliteration. I'm not a theologian, but it means something. Okay. Superman's girlfriend. The Brave and the Bold. Batman's teaming up with Superboy. I haven't read this one, so this must involve some time travel, but Brave and the Bold, the stories in Brave and the Bold tended to be very insane and not really follow established continuity. It seemed Brave and the Bold existed in its own weird universe. I might already have this issue of What the was their attempt to revive Not Brand Echh. It was never as good as Not Brand Echh. Some people disagree with me, but to me, Not Brand Echh was the perfect comic. This has got a female Wolverine. Later, they actually did have a female Wolverine, but at this point, that was still something that was funny, that Wolverine would be a girl. So, I don't know. I don't have a complete set of but Not Brand Echh, I've got multiples of almost every issue of that because I love it so much. I can't see it without wanting to get it. Here's Adventure Comics 463. Justice Society, Wonder Woman's got a wraparound cover. This is when the comics went up to $1. June 79. This is issue 463. So they gave you 68 pages, no ads, and it was an experiment. And $1 was hard to come up with, but they gave you more. But my older brothers, having grown up in the 60s, while I grew up in the 70s, but my oldest brother, my second oldest brother, my middle brother, I have two brothers, he saw that comics were at $1. I've told you the story a million times, but I'll tell it again. He just said, I can't believe you're buying these comics for $1. It just kind of made me feel bad. Here's New Titans number 60. These comics are basically worthless. I don't know why the new Teen Titans are worthless. I enjoyed these comics so much. I loved them. I read the new X-Men, and I read the new Teen Titans, and we were talking about this Wednesday with the 4-color fossils on Graphic Man's show. It's like these, this is a major TV show, right, that is pretty good. And it's been a very popular cartoon twice. And, it's got great artwork from George Perez and great writing. And why did this not... it was, for a while, when these were first coming out, it was pretty valuable. But the price is just very low now. A lot of these, you look them up in a price guide. Usually you can get them under $5. And a new comic book that comes out some of them are $5, $6 for a new comic that comes out on Wednesdays. And so I don't really quite get why the Teen Titans is, because that TV show's, I think, starting its 3rd season. Yeah, there's all these Batman fans. Why aren't they clamoring for... Look at this cover. It's pretty cool. Oh, well. This is a time to fill in the holes in your collection, since nobody seems to want the comics. Yeah, it's like this shit. This comic's probably not worth more than a couple of bucks. Look at this amazing cover. The Brotherhood of Evil, of course, came from the Doom Patrol. So they would have been tied to the Teen Titans through the Changeling. Or Beast Boy, as he was called when he was with the Doom Patrol. And they even showed the Doom Patrol in the TV show. And then they spun the Doom Patrol off into their own show. Alright. That's Teen Titans Spotlight. Here's another copy of Teen Titans Spotlight that focuses on Wonder Girl. And this is great artwork. Not the stuff that comes out today, I have no interest in. Oh, another Thor. Oh, this is an annual 13. So I need to get that there. Move some of this stuff out. Don't worry, we have more comic books. That's not the closing theme. That's just the beginning theme. I'll go until the memory on the phone dies, which there's not much memory left on this phone. I've got to dump all these photographs off of the phone onto my computer. Then I can do longer shows. Okay. So let's get Thor Annual 13 up here. Thor. Okay, Thor goes before a tomb of Dracula. Master of Kung Fu. I file this under M, not S for Shang-Chi. Master. Thinking of I Dream of Jeannie. Master of Jeannie the Genie. J.R. Ewing. Oh, here's a Teen Titans Annual number 4. Damn. I got a lot of cool reading when they turn off the power. We'll light candles and I'll read by, because I figure they'll probably turn off the power again, wouldn't you think? They're not done effing with us. Here's Hulk 319. Apparently, this is when John Byrne took over and everyone became very anorexic with pencil necks. John Byrne likes to draw people with very thin necks. Everyone. So, I don't know. He got married in 319. That's news to me. 319. Here's 325. Let's get that in there. What else do we have here? Teen Titans number 15. Here's Toxic Crusaders number 6. I think it's cool that there's a parody of Captain Planet, a cartoon I always hated. It's Corporal Globe and the Globeteers. Yeah. Cool. These Toxic Avenger comics are pretty sought after. Not by me, but I want this. This is actually based on the cartoon. Because, I hated that. I hate all this global warming, climate change propaganda. That was very early propaganda. It's still all the same people. They've always had this end game. Here's where the strangest new villain of the year, Facade. Get it? Facade? They'd never have a villain like that today, I guarantee you. Here's Adventure 462 with the death of Batman, at least on the other alternate Earth. They had multiple Earths in DC before Crisis on Infinite Earths, and this is it's basically the death of the Golden Age Batman. So this is a sought-after comic by people that seek after things, by seekers. They Call Me the Seeker. That goes there. Fantastic Four 308 goes there. And here's the Stray Dogs graphic novel that I've been waiting so long to get because I wanted to read it. I'm real excited about this. I've heard wonderful things about this. So that goes here. Here's Starman number 36. And here's Starman 37, acting all Messiah-like. She's not wearing much clothes. Look at her arm, though, man. Strange anatomy in these Starman comics. Starman. Okay, here's Action Comics number 412, but I'm going to put it with the Silver Age stuff. So that goes back here. Oh, there's some Superboy. 223. I'm sure I already own all these, but I can't remember, so I buy them multiple times, and then a Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes comic from this time period, I have to get it because I'm not sure if I have it already. 227. There's got to be some phone app or something where you can, there's got to be some better way. Marvel Fanfare number 11. These have always been very inexpensive to get. Now the prices are going up because people are realizing these really had some quality art in them. But they're still pretty easily available. Indiana Jones 34 has Steve Ditko art inside of it, so that's cool. Here's Captain Confederacy, which is it's actually a Marvel comic. It's on their Epic label. I dare Marvel to bring that character back today. Let's see, World's Finest 208, which I think I already have, but this I think is an upgrade on condition. I could be wrong. Could be wrong, could be wrong, could be right. Oh, my Brother Power the Geek comics, how did they wind up in this box? Here's Captain Marvel number 7. Number 3 of Captain Savage and his Leatherneck Raiders facing off against Hydra. See the resemblance to Brie Larson? Okay, Captain Marvel, Captain Savage. The time is at 10:14. I don't want to miss the big thing. Oh, I was given this. Let me open this up. It's a standee thing. Apparently, it just showed up on the doorstep. Like, sometimes people, they'll just like leave comics and stuff on the doorstep of a comic store just because they want to get rid of it. And they just leave it there for free, so I was given this. It's a Batman stand-up. So I guess I just punch him out carefully. And then I'll have a little display. Because I don't have much decoration in this room, so I figure I need a little bit more. That looks pretty darn cool. I'll put him next. I'll put him here. Shit. All right. Okay, what else can I do here? Oh, wait, there's some more books over here. Let me get this Stray Dogs book up on the shelf where it's safe. Of course, once I put it on the shelf, that makes it very unlikely that it will be read soon because I'll forget about it. But at least it'll be safe here. Now I'll read it because I'm excited about it. Okay. But here's some more comics. Let's get these picked up and we'll go through these. Damn it. Fuck. Piss. Shit. Okay. Okay. Daffy Duck in Snowman's Land. Another super goof. And another super goof. Okay, those go with the gold key. Here's DC Comics Presents number 41. Superman meeting the Joker. And there's a preview. It says Extra presenting the new Wonder Woman by Roy Thomas, Gene Colan, and Romeo Tanghal in a special free 16-page comic. You got all of that, a Joker cover, and this isn't it's not a very high dollar comic, but I like it and I want to read it. I've never seen this book before. Okay. Superman's pal, the new Jimmy Olsen. I need to get this one back here with the silver. I consider that Silver Age. This is a Superboy comic that reprints a 60s story. And I think it's got a wraparound cover. It's number 238, but at 46 pages it reprints 2 issues of Adventure Comics, which I already have those 2 issues, and I might even already have this reprint, but now if I do, I got another copy. Superboy 238. Here's Checkmate with close-up of Peacemaker. Maybe at some point this will be worth something. Not that that's what I care about. I like the Peacemaker. I always have. I'm not jumping on it because of the movie. This is a facsimile edition of the first issue of Incredible Hulk. They just keep going back to the same well, don't they? Here's Swamp Thing 45, 67. Look at that, crying a single tear. Ooh, I could show this on Graphic Man Show because there's a Native American. Again, Wednesday night, they're doing a American Indian, Native American themed episode. Swamp Thing, Swamp Thing, Swamp Thing. Okay, Swamp Thing goes between Superman and Teen Titans. Here's a Warlock reprint comic. Warlock. Warlock is before a warlord. Here's Thor 307. Here's an issue of Marvel Tales. It reprints the 60s story, 264. You know, this comic's interesting. It was made as a tie-in to the Saturday morning Fantastic Four cartoon. It's Marvel Action Hour as seen on TV. The Fantastic Four cartoon from the 90s, the first season was pretty bad. It was weak. The second season was great. And it followed the 60s storylines, and it was completely different people running the show in the second season. The opening credits showed a lot of the covers of different 60s Fantastic Four comics animated, but this comic has very interesting art style and cool art, and yeah, this Marvel Action Hour Fantastic Four, I've been picking them up and I'm going to read them, but right now I'm just going by visually. They're really cool looking. I could change my mind when I read them. This is something that came out free, Batman Night Watch, because the other day it was Batman Day. I don't know if Joe Biden has made that officially a holiday yet. I don't think he's cool enough to do that. But it was a free Batman comic. If your store might still have them, they came out just a few days ago. Here's Hercules Unbound number 10. Another Uncle Scrooge. And there's the Beagle Boys. Oh, they got gloves on in this comic. World's Finest 262. It's got an Adam Strange story and a Hawkman story. It's one of these dollar comics. So that's May 1980, number 262. Here's some comics from a time period that I wasn't too fond of, but I'll give them a chance. 115. 116. 117. Apparently Spider-Man disappeared during I don't know, one of the Secret Wars or something. Maybe the second one, I don't know. Must have been the second one, because he already has his black suit that he got in the first Secret War. What do I know? I file these under P for Peter Parker, because when this comic first started, it was Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Later they dropped the Peter Parker, but to me it was always Peter Parker. That's always how I filed it. The comic was created as a second Spider-Man comic. That music's getting too loud, isn't it? It's created as a second Spider-Man comic. It was supposed to focus more on Peter Parker's normal life, love life, when he's not in the suit. Started about 75. I remember buying the first issue. But then, later they had, because there was always Amazing Spider-Man, and then there was Marvel Tales that reprinted the old stories, and there was Marvel Team Up, and then they added Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Later there was Web of Spider-Man, and, whatever. So, let's take a look here. Great book. This might be my favorite of the EC Mad paperbacks. This is the original story that Buck Rogers was based on. Philip Francis Nolan. Golden Voyage of Sinbad. I got that this novelization when I was in 4th grade. There's the book that Dobie Gillis was based on. Got all kinds of cool books here. But look at that. That's what I wanted to show you. Does it sound familiar? Manchurian Candidate. Frank Sinatra starred in the movie version, and then after the Kennedy assassination, he had that movie pulled, and it wasn't shown on television, and it was just like the movie had never existed. And it wasn't until, I think, the 1980s they released it in theaters. They had it come back, but now we're living the Manchurian Candidate right there in Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm not even sure why I'm walking downstairs. I have no idea. Maybe we'll get another Dr. Pepper. Oh, there I am on television. How about that? It's surreal, isn't it? Okay, all seems to be in order down here. On floor 6 of the Grad Orloff International Building of Trade. It's not a cola or a root beer. It's the light and lively taste that you'll cheer. Good times begin with Dr. Pepper. Distinctively different Dr. Pepper. So, drink one, shall you? There's 23 different types of toxins and poisons in every can of Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper was a surgeon in the Civil War that lived in rural Retreat, Virginia. One of his employees stole the formula for his concoction and went to Texas. And he was nice enough to name the drink after the guy he stole it from. But did Dr. Pepper over there in Rural Retreat get any the proceeds? I don't think so. You know, his old pharmacy is burned to the ground, and there's a old gentleman in Rural Retreat that wants to rebuild it, you know, and because that's the birthplace of Dr. Pepper. But is the Dr. Pepper Corporation giving him any money for it? I don't think so. Well, I was thinking of moving to Rural Retreat, and that old man was thinking of buying an old hotel from this man, but then I found out the condition the hotel was really in, pre-Civil War construction. It wouldn't have been something I could have taken on, because I thought, wow, that would be great. I can help this old man with his project of establishing that town as the true birthplace of Dr. Pepper, not Waco, Texas. But oh well. Wonderful town. It's just the government of Virginia is so crazy. Oh, I gotta turn that music now. How I can't even get over there. Oh yes I can. Or can I? This trash can. Then it's got them on the back. Okay. This is very treacherous. Alright, we'll start the disc over. Oh, here's a photo of my father. He's a paratrooper, right? I admire my father being able to do that. I admire Greenblatt and lead paint, you guys. I get scared just looking over the banister down a couple of floors in a building. Can't even imagine jumping out of an airplane. You gotta fear. Yikes. Oh my gosh. When these comics are organized, it will be a great day. Great rejoicement in Gratouville. Yeah, what's the status? Yeah? You motherfucking fool. Get it done. God damn it. Fucking asshole. Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. The swine. Okay. Thank you for the applause, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Detective Comics number 482. And it has Batmite the Demon, it has Robin, Batgirl. It's the Batman family. I don't know how the Demon became part of the Batman family, but it's a long-lost cousin. Here we go. Will this qualify for Wednesday night's episode? It looks like Batman's kicking a Native American in the face. $4.85. Another dollar comic. Batgirl, Robin, and Man-Bat all have their own stories, and the Demon's last battle. The last battle of the Demon. That was this is $4.85. $4.90. Lots of cool combat covers on these detective comics during the dollar era. This is $4.90. Here's Detective Comics number 492. This is $5.89. Pretty cool. You know, it's perfect. There's no little dings on the spine. For $5.89. Okay, so this is almost 100 issues after those dollar comics. Here's $5.93. Okay, what else we got here? Here's Marvel Comics presents Weapon X. These gorgeous Barry Smith covers. It's $73. Here's $74. Here's $79. Pretty cool, huh? Here's $83. And $84. You know, back in the days of the comics code, they have it over here, they always drew blood to be black. So it looked like people bled India ink, especially in those Conan the Barbarian comics and Jonah Hex and Scalp Hunter comics, where people would bleed and get shot and cut up and chopped up with axes or swords. People would always bleed black. And somehow, as long as it wasn't red, if it wasn't colored red, the Comics Code Authority somehow thought it was okay. Now, this is a pretty good cover there, Lost in Space. I haven't read this yet. I've been told these Lost in Space spin-off comics are good, so I'm going to give it a chance. I told you I hadn't had any sleep. Don't worry, no damage. I just freaked out. Just freaked out. What did that kid say in that was apparently I've never been on live television before. I just freak out. $5.72. This is Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. So that goes over here. Yeah. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Not very good condition, but you don't see Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter very often. And you'll never see him again, you know, because he was a non-Asian martial arts guy. I don't think that would fly today. It would be considered cultural appropriation or something. So, do I file it under R or K? I will file it under R for Richard. That's number, 16. Here's another one, also in terrible condition. But I don't know. I can't tell. Someone put a 30-cent price tag over where the number is. I think it's number 16. Oh, here's the first issue of the Toxic Avenger. So I'll put that with my Toxic Crusader comic. And this is a comic called The Nocturnals, and it's got no title on it. I think they call these virgin covers. I don't know. I like this artist. I don't remember the artist's name. I don't know this comic. I just, thought I'll get it. The frickin' heck. Nocturnals. There's some Lady Death comics that I picked up. So this would go under L. I think we can agree on that. What is this? Master of Kung Fu, number 38. Damn, I thought I saw a butt there. Look. Oh, what are you... Is it just my perverted... What was it? Oh, there we go. I don't know. Looks like something obscene's going on there. Yeah, from a distance, it looks like he's like... It just looks wrong from a distance. Too much. In addition to this guy laying... What? It looks very wrong. Looks like he's like coming in, breaking into the set of a adult movie shoot. Master of Kung Fu 38. Let's see. David Nino Rodriguez is going live. It just popped up at the top of my phone. He's this boxer that does these political updates. I think he lives down in El Paso. Very conservative. It's the title of his video, "The Wheels of Justice Are Turning," is what it's. Okay. Well, what else we got here? Here's a reprint of, well, it's not a full reprint, but it's from Toys R Us. See? It's a little giveaway with the story of the first appearance of Robin. So I guess I'll put this with my Detective Comics here. These things, these are reprints of X-Men, and I have all these original comics, but the thing about it is these are like director's cuts where at the end they add extra pages, newly done extra pages to expand the story. So if you already had these comics, because they weren't that old when they reprinted it, but they were reprinting because the X-Men had gotten so hot. They were trying to reprint, keep this Phoenix Saga stuff in print, and they added pages to get the people that already had them to buy them again. in addition to a new cover. And so anyway, I thought I would test that out to see what the extra pages are like. So this would go under X. Indeed. Oh, here's another one. That was issue 41. This is 42. Nice white pages and bright, vibrant art. At this point, they had a new printing plant. Marvel Comics started to get brighter looking. The printing was better. Here's 43. And these are very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. In fact, they might pay you to take them. Here's Detective Comics, which I would still consider to be the very end of the Silver Age. Oh, there's the first Tarzan issue advertised. A blockbuster. And Donny Osmond was hot on the charts. It gives you a sense of when that was. Not very good condition, but here's Batman 212. Goes with the Silver Age. The Unknown Soldier, one of the great comics. 245. As I told you before, when that movie Darkman came out, the Sam Raimi movie, my first thought was, well, this is kind of like The Unknown Soldier. It's kind of like, I knew that Sam Raimi was thinking that when he made that original hero, is just the Unknown Soldier is just not in wartime. I like that movie. So when I heard he was making a Spider-Man movie, I knew this guy knows comic books. It was just clear. Here's Sergeant Rock 379. Sergeant Rock would go before Teen Titans, before Superboy. Wait, why is Starman before Superboy? It's T-U. T comes before you. Yeah, well, that's probably why. Archer Dragon, Sergeant Rock, Starman. Oh, more Sergeant Rock. Man, those Germans, look what they're doing to him. They're burying Sergeant Rock up so the ants will eat him. Not cool. 351. The Unknown Soldier 240. Oh, another Atlas Seaboard. It's Savage Combat Tales featuring Sergeant Stryker's Death Squad. That goes over here. Flash 227. Is it possible I can't die this way? Well, they killed him off later, but apparently Ethan Van Sciver was partly responsible for bringing him back, which was a smart move. I was watching this morning an interview from last Friday, or a debate from last Friday, where Ethan Van Sciver was debating some social justice warrior guy, And then I've also been watching England Teen doing a very similar thing, talking to another politically correct guy in a different debate. So I've been hearing a lot of debates lately. So his channel is now called England Teen Loves Comics instead of I Love Comics, and I think he changed it to the Comics Agenda, and then he changed it to England Teen Loves Comics. But if you're subscribed, you continue to get the notifications despite name changes. What is going on here? That's in the wrong spot. Tomb of Dracula, Tomb of Dracula, Tomb of Dracula. Oh, I see. Dracula. Toxic Avenger. Batman, Harley, and Ivy 3. Now that's some good artwork. This is Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, so it's great artwork. So I only have issue 3, but that'll go here with the Batman comics. These comics were worthless for years. Maybe they still are. Supervillain team up. I like them. This is issue 11. I don't think I have a complete run. I might. I'll have to go see now when I file these in the other room. Supervillain goes after Superboy, Superman, Superman's girlfriend before Swamp Thing. Oh, here's an extra copy of Supernatural Thrillers 9 featuring the Living Mummy. Supernatural Thrillers. Here's oh shit, this is in terrible shape. Action Comics 427. What is this stuff? This is a perfect example of why I don't like modern comics. First of all, there's nothing going on in the cover, it's just him standing there. So that could be on the cover of any issue. And then the art just looks like this, very bland and hard, just, I don't know. Maybe I should give it a chance. I'll put it under B. Batman. Checkmate. Why is Checkmate in front of what? Oh, that's not Batman. That's Detective Comics. That's why it's there. Adventure. Batman, Brave and the Bold, Black Panther. Shogun Warriors 10. There's Pete visiting. I think Pete is fascinated by Rudolph shaking his head up there, see? It's like, what is all this shit? If he was younger, he'd be destroying all this stuff, man. But he leaves it alone. He was never that destructive when he was little, but he would jump up on things and knock things down. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths 1. which I have several copies of. But it was beautiful looking and everything, but it wound up destroying a lot of what I loved growing up reading comics. It destroyed the whole universe that I loved of DC Comics. Well, here's a fake Batman number 181, the first Poison Ivy. It's a reprint. You can kind of tell because it doesn't say 12 cents. And at least they're making the UPC codes kind of skinny now. But really, they should be on the back. See, they even have the ads, the original ads. So, oh wait, I shouldn't have the Silver Age Captain Marvel in here. These need to go. I guess I'll file this with the Silver Age. What the heck? And this is a fake Hulk 140. It was part of the JCPenney reprints. They sold them as a set. And of course you can tell by the modern 80s, 90s ad on the back, but you know, it's still got the 15-cent tag. I'll put it with the Silver Age. And here's another one of those fake comics, Mystery in Space, number 75. See, it doesn't say 12 cents. But it's, you know, got the old ads. I was looking to see if they put, this is a facsimile ad, or just because in case there was someone stupid enough to actually try to order it. I guess they figure if you're paying $4 for this, you know it's not really 1964 again. And you can't order your Revolutionary War soldiers. Okay. Marvel, Your Universe. I don't know what the Red Hulk is about. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know who that is. Is that supposed to be Luke Cage? Because that's not the Luke Cage I remember. He had hair. So I'm just seeing what characters I remember. Howard the Duck looks a little weird there. No, it looks like a little storybook that tells how things are. So I'll file that under Marvel. Ralph Snart Adventures. I thought I would try this because Tom Smith used to come on this channel, would tell me how good it was. I have not read it yet, so I'm keeping an open mind about it. I hope he's doing well. Here's What the number 12. What the heck? They went a lot longer run than, not Brand Eck only made it about 13 issues. They made it to at least 20, it looks like. Here's another Hulk comic. This is number 175. Oh, don't knock over my drink. Shit! That was almost a disaster. Pete is going forth, like he wants to experiment and see what he's gonna maybe try to make it over the window. He's braver than me. Biden runs away when asked how come. What did that say? It popped up. It said Biden runs away when asked a question. How's that news? That's every day. I get little news popping up at the top of the screen as I do these videos. This is cool. You know, they had Dick Sprang come back and do some covers there, and obviously when he's still alive, they should have had him do more. I don't know if he was in condition to do a whole lot, but shit. He did not. The cats are smart. He didn't knock the drink over. Watch me have hearing it though. Yeah. Why the hell, if this guy was still around, were they not like using his art? You know, all those years they could have been using Dick Sprang's art in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Why weren't they? I mean, what a waste. All the great things he could have done. There's a guy out there from the golden age that could draw like that, and he wasn't. They weren't taking advantage of it. I just astonish you. Okay, now. Indeed. Alright. Fuck you, DCW, and your inferior boxes. Forgive my language. Fudge you. DCW. Okay, so these are Archie. Atlas Seaboard in the beginning of Charlton. Okay. So let's get Sergeant Stryker into this box. This takes forever. Oh, there's another. Wait. It's Savage. Wait. There's two different titles. No, there isn't. They hide the title. That's the real title. Savage Combat Tales #1. And this is #2. They put it up above the title here. Okay. Here's, so let me organize these Disney ones. Okay, Dell goes over here. I'm just gonna file these under Disney. The little things like this, I'm just gonna file them under D. So Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. I'm just filing these with the gold key. Uncle Scrooge. UFO. I'm just organized. Okay, Uncle Scrooge. They don't have numbers on the cover. You have to to find out what they are. You have to open them up and look at the indicia, and however you pronounce it. And then once it's bagged and boarded, you can write the number on the back of the board, and then you know what it is. But Okay. This Popeye is also Gold Key. Oh shit, that's the song that's fucking... It's gonna fuck me up, man. Shit. I love this song. I grew up with this song. It's on a 1950s Golden Records. But for some reason, it's something that triggers YouTube's algorithm. Uncle Al Go Rhythm. And it's always comes up. Copywritten song indicated. God damn it. Oh shit. It's like I'm living Groundhog Day, man. I had to flee the room earlier because of this song. Yeah, it's Mitch Miller and the Golden and the, what do you call them? I forget what the name of the singers are. Ugh. All right, let's go in the other room and see if we can get away from the copywritten song for a moment. So we got a cartoon playing here in the theater room. Wish I could find those records I got the other day. Really wanted to show you guys. Where could they be? Oh yeah. All right, the song is now over. Put him there. What a day. Oh, the light just turned off. Yeah, fix the light, goddammit. Do it now. Fuck you. See this light? This lamp, very temperamental. I might have to fix it myself. God damn. Stay on, you fucking bastard. Bastard. Okay. Let's get Calvin and the Colonel in with the Dells. Oh, Turok, Son of Stone. I can use Turok on Wednesday's show. Okay, I've got it made, man. There's the Dells. I have tons of Turoks. Okay. So Super Goof will also go under D for Disney. Daffy Duck goes before Popeye. No, I'm filing not under Disney, but W for Walt is actually what I do. Super Goof. Okay. My Destructor comics need to go with the Atlas Seaboard. Okay. Captain Atom goes with Charlton. There's Attack, Black Fury, Blondie, Doomsday +1. No, it's actually not Captain Atom. Look, they're tricky. Strange Suspense Stories is the real name of the comic. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh, here's more Destructor comics. Destructor 1 and 4. I don't think any Atlas comic got past issue 4. There might have been one that got to issue 5, but it was a short-lived company. Somebody has bought up the rights to all these characters to turn them into movies. That was probably not the smartest financial move, but that's okay. Destroyer Duck. Oh, there's a bunch of Silver Age comics here. Interesting. Hold on. Oh well. Okay, so when I was doing these, oh, that's what it is. Where's the lid? Oh, where's the lid, man? I know that's some kind of marijuana word because I read the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, but I don't exactly know what a lid is because I'm not cool. That's the wrong lid, man. This is a comic book. Where's the frickin' mother? Hold on. Okay, this I had to move some boxes to. I think this is where the other stuff is. Yeah, Charlton, yes. Yeah, this is amazing. Look at this wonderfulness. This Steve Ditko art. It's where he went when he fled Marvel. He left doing Spider-Man and went over to Charlton. Strange. Suspense stories. Okay. The Disney comics. Oh, wait. They're over here. Okay, so this goes with under Walt. Walt Disney. Walt Disney. Walt Disney. Walt Disney. Walt Disney. Okay, so Ben Bowie and his Mountain Men, which is I'll have to show this off Wednesday. We'll go over here with the Dells. So when I get home from work on Wednesday, I'll need to go to this box because this is where I know I've got Turok and I've got Turok also. Because Turok started as a Dell comic and then became a Gold Key comic, like a lot of other comics. Okay. It's the Close Shaves of Pauline Pearl, but I'm going to put it under P for Pauline. Pauline would be before Popeye. UFO is before Walt. Weird Science needs to go with the ECs down here in this box. I'm actually getting stuff organized. It may not seem like much to you, but it feels good to be actually able to find things and stop, duplicating the same comics over and over again. Oh, more UFO comics. Go under UFO. Oh. Beagle Boys. Uncle Scrooge. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. Oh, more Uncle Scrooge. There's Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. So these go there. There's another one. Another one. Bailey is Dell. So that goes here. I'm starving.